Hello friends and family of YouTube, David Purdy here. I'm Purdy, she's Dave. Hey, we're gonna go to a small town in Tennessee today called Fayetteville, and we're gonna share with you some of the stories of this small town. It's a pretty cute little town and it's got a lot of very interesting stories. So we're gonna try to have some fun and we're gonna take you with us. So come on. Folks, this is what is left of the old stone bridge. There's a piece on the opposite side of the river about the same size, but down in the water below, when the water level is low, you can really see a lot of that old stone bridge. Now, what's fascinating about this bridge is it was built in 1861, and there was only two ever built like it in the United States. And it was built by the French. They came over and had a contract to complete it. But what's funny is they did build it, but they did not attach it to land. And later on, somebody had to actually connect the bridge to land. The people that built the bridge refused to do it for the amount of money. They said, we'll build you a bridge, but we're not going to connect it to the land. Back when my dad grew up here, back in the 40s and 50s era, the young people used to drag race cars across the old stone bridge. Now we're at Lincoln County Fairgrounds. This fairgrounds is over 100 years old, and they still do a lot of the things that are kind of lost and forgotten about. Like they do harness racing here during the fair. Do a lot of other things that, you know, like your pickle contest and best jellies and all that kind of stuff. But one of the stories that I find fascinating, well, actually, I got a couple of them for you. One that's fascinating about this old fairgrounds is back in the early 1900s, around the 20s or 30s, there was an airplane show here. And the promoter was charging people to get in, and he was trying to make money off of that, maybe even sell some foods and that sort of thing as well. But anyway, people were gathering outside the fence. They didn't want to pay money to come in. So the promoter told one of the airplane pilots, he said, hey, go buzz over that crowd and scare them, make them want to come in or make them go away, but either way, they're not going to watch my show for free. So the pilot went over to buzz the crowd, and unfortunately he crashed the plane into the crowd and killed several people. So a very horrific sight. Thought I'd get some of these old cars in here. Looks like they're having a car show back here today. Thought I'd put those in there for you to listen to as or look at as you listen to my next story. There is a manufacturing plant nearby, and that plant wanted to expand and they needed more ground, and they asked the city to give up this fairgrounds and they would buy it from them, of course. The city did not want to because, of course, this place is, as I said, it's over 100 years old. That divided the community. A lot of the community said, well, this manufacturing plant's going to leave if we can't expand, and so that made a lot of people really upset that the city did not sell the fairgrounds. And so that was something, like I say, it really divided this community for a good while. But actually the company that wanted to expand has actually stayed, so maybe it wasn't that important after all. We're now in the town square of Fayetteville, and we're looking at a place called Marshall's Corner. That is actually my cousin's restaurant. I call her Teet Teet, but her place is called Marshall's Corner, and her name is Camille. So we're gonna go see what Camille's got fixed for us for lunch today. And behind me is Frito-Lay. That's where I worked for a little more than 5 years, so this is where if I say I semi-retired from, this is it. This place would make anybody want to quit working, I'm going to tell you. My job was working in the Cheetos department, and so I kind of worked in, I guess you would refer to it as like the bakery area. My job was called processing operator, and what I did is I made Cheetos on a daily basis. And I was also an expert in Cheetos, so they would fly me around the U.S. and send me to all kinds of different cities and different states. I would stay, like California, I was out there for a month, and Texas and Atlanta. So doing training, and I'd also do audits of facilities. So just to make sure everything was up to health codes and stuff. But man, if you ever hear anybody say they work for this company here, you need to pray for them. I'm going to tell you that it's the awfulest company I've ever worked for. Well, just as we showed you Fayetteville, Tennessee today, we'd like for you down in the comments below, leave a town name that you like, one that has that old nostalgic feel to it. Fayetteville is full of it, man. I tell you what, you can go around every corner and find something that has a little bit of a different older flavor, whether it's the 30s, 40s, 50s, or whatever. So anyway, got some pretty neat stuff about Fayetteville today. Hope you enjoyed that. So the big festival they have going on there at the square, they call it is it the Host?
The Host.
The Host of Christmas Past, not the Ghost.
Not
but
the Ghost.
The Host of Christmas Past. So what it is all the local businesses there, they decorate for Christmas and have a lot of specials going and that sort of thing. So it's just kind of a way to bring in local business, kind of getting geared up for Christmas. So anyway.
Which I'm ready for Christmas.
Yeah, it did inspire us both. We're going to go decorate now, and I know for a lot of folks that's very early, but actually we usually are decorated a little earlier than this. But anyway, we're going to get decorated up for Christmas today and have us a fire in the wood stove. So you can see that there's still a little bit of fall colors left behind us, but most of it's on the ground. So anyway, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us today, and hope you enjoyed the trip, and we'll get one out for you here in a couple of days. Hope to see y'all soon.